Howdy folks, Pete here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Electric Motocross Machine Shop. Today we're going to make a 32 spur gear and looking forward to it. The first one we made came out really good, had some problems. You know, we had an electrical storm, messed my machine up, but finally caught the issue and we made a good part. So this one we have a little more experience. We're making it out of 4142 and we're going to use the Harvey 1 4 flute end mill, and man, that thing's a beast. Like Titan says, it's the best end mill I ever used. It's the only thing I'm ever going to use again on hard steel like this. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into Fusion 360 and how I set the part up for machining. So let's check that out. Okay, so here we have my gear in Fusion 360. That's how I drew it up. And we're going to go over the machining process. This is the setup. This box here, you see the shaded area, that's the material it's going to be made from. It's 4142. And then we get into the machining process. We have adaptive clearing that takes out the material out of the way quickly. But we're only doing 25,000 steps because we got a PCNC 440. I don't want to hurt anything, so we're going to just take in little nibbles, and we're going to get into the pocket to take out the material for the drive shaft, and then we go to a pocket to straighten out the grain, and also it brings down and makes the finishing pass. It makes the grain round so it looks like a wheel instead of square with that. I just like that. Anyway, so we're going to go to the finishing pass on the inside of the drive shaft area here. I use a circular pattern that does a nice job. And then we do another pocket on top to straighten the grain out on top. And then we have these pockets removing material. These are always rough pockets. And then we do circular passes to do the finishing pass. And then we have a roughing pass for the 1/4 inch end mill that goes around the teeth here. We have the finishing pass for the 1/4 inch. And then we have the 1/8 inch. You see it gets back into the root further and details out the teeth. And it also goes to the bottom. We leave tabs though to hold the material. So we're going to do the final pass, which is not going to take much off and just makes it look nice and brings it to tolerance. And then we do a chamfer. And here we go. Making another gear. Okay, so here we have our 4 flute Harvey 1 from Titans of CNC website. I love this end mill. It's on a level of its own. It never ever gets dull. Compared to the other ones, this thing's amazing. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so we're finally done with the adaptive clearing. Now we're doing a pocket command. Make that thing look round like a gear, and bring it into tolerance. So it's getting there. Alright, so we have changed over to a 1/4 inch 3 flute, and we were doing the shaft pocket. Here we are drilling out the gear root with a 118 thousandths drill bit because our 1/8 inch end mill will not fit in there. Alright, so we're actually making the gear teeth now. I call them the gear profile. Making the teeth. So we had to drill out the root, and then we're making the teeth now. So if I can pull this off, this will be a big deal. I bought this machine to make transmission gears. That's what I wanted this machine to make. I had to make high quality transmission gears for my electric motor, and that's why I bought this machine. It was all I could afford, and with a 6 inch by 10 inch by whatever it is, 6 inch Z-axis, it's big enough for me to make the parts I needed to make. And I took a gamble and I bought the machine, and here I am 3.5 years later finally getting to the gears. Alright, so that 1/8 of an inch end mill, it's a 3 flute. It's going around and it's manicuring all the gear teeth and getting in down into where the 1/4 inch couldn't get.
So here we have the part looking beautiful. I just got to chamfer it now. We're going to chamfer it up. It's a very nice chamfer. Looks like it's doing a great job. We just got to do the tips after that. I gave it a 10,000 chamfer and it looks just right. Alright, so there it is, all chamfered and beautiful. It looks rough, but it's smooth as a baby's skin. So it's very nice. Everything chamfered and beautiful.
Okay, so here we have the finished gear on the drive shaft with a ceramic hybrid bearing, and it's mated to its output gear. How cool is that? So this is my older bike, my first one 6 years ago, being tested by ex-Suzuki pro Vernon McKitty. He was Team Suzuki with Roger DeCoster and Ricky Carmichael back in the day, so getting his opinion on things.